What's going on, Wolfpack, and welcome to another episode of Satisfactory. Now, last episode we gotten some production done with the steel. We got like the truck in the back, so let's see what we can do today then, because it looks like we've got some machines that are not working. So what has happened here? Oh, looks like we ran out of fuel. Okay, so today the main thing I would like to get done today will be getting the coal power built. Get that one done. Just get that power going and bring it all down here. So, with a nice cup of coffee here. Saying that, I should have one myself. So, I left this running for a little bit earlier on. Hence why it's probably ran out of fuel. But hopefully we should have enough in here to basically start making the coal powers. So for the coal powers today, let's see, so we're going to need plenty of that stuff, which we have. Sorry about this, might be a bit noisy, my bad. So we're going to need that. We're going to make 10, hopefully. We're going to make this just for the 10. So we're going to need to make 2 of these, which is fine. We're just going to grab some wire from over there. Whoop. Let's grab that, because I don't think we're going to need a lot of it anyway. And then we are going to need to do some logistic stuff, so we're going to need this, which requires more stuff, and then we're going to need this stuff. So what I'm going to do, actually we're going to need conveyor stuff and then splitters. So I'm going to grab some plates and grab anything else that I might need, and I'll see you guys over there. Right, so we're back up here now. Now let's have a look at the power things. So let's do this. Let's get this built. So let's have a look at how far back this can go. So I reckon about there. Let's get this about here. I should do.
Interesting, most pioneers already had coal power set up by this point, because they understood their responsibility to humanity. Adjusting pioneer attitude metrics. Reminder, coal-powered generators require coal.
6 this side. So now let's get 6 on this side. I do know that there's one of them down there, the ramp. So let's bring that here. Right, here we go. We officially now have 11. We can add more. We'll only add more if we need to do more. So next thing I'd like to do is let's get this one placed here, and same over here. Now I'm just going to do a normal one right here, another one there, So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to leave all these disconnected for now, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over there. We need to get another miner. But basically we need to go over here and go to that coal deposit that's over here somewhere. So it's down there somewhere. There's another one over there. You could just see it. So I'll be back when I've got the coal coming in, and then we'll have it so it comes up the side here and across. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright, back here with a little update. So change of plan, instead of coming from over there with the coal, I noticed there was 2 down there when we did the search. So if I do this, that will show up eventually anyway, but you can see that little miner down there, and there's one just over to the right here. There's actually 3 down there, whereas there was actually 3 down there as well. Oh well. Well, at least we've got 3 going for there. If we ever want to do more, because what I'm planning on doing is doing basically one miner to do a row of some, and then the other miner to do another row. I might even extend this over there, and then do it like some more on the back side to do from those coal over there. But I'm just trying to think of how we're going to do the power, because we're currently running out of power at the minute. But each one of these requires it requires 75 millipower to run. No, this is what it creates. So all we need to do is get that coal miners working. So technically what I can do is go and connect it off that one there down to those 2 down there, and then on the way back I'll grab some of the fuel stuff and put it into the biomasses so they can work. And then it should start pumping this stuff back, because we need to get the coal going. So let's I passed it. So let's get the power coming down here then. Back here I'll just put the stuff into the biomass, so that should start powering, well, adding the stuff into that now. We're going to give that a while, so while that's doing that I'm going to go back over to the power plant and carry on with the build. Alright guys, back up here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm actually going to do the Mark II conveyors from these. So this side will be like that, and then this side will go straight into there like that. Like I said a moment ago, each one of these is going to go into its own row of coal power. And like so. So now that's all built like this. That's the conveyor stuff ready to go into these places. Now, the next thing we're going to do is the water. So now I'm just gonna go down to here. I'm gonna do damage. The damage. So what I'd like to do, actually I should have done it while I was up there. Let's quickly go back up here. I'm hoping that we can do this. So I want to bring one up here and one up there. I might have to move these over a little bit. One there, I think. And here. Trying to just give it a bit more symmetrical look. So yeah, that looks about right. So now that that's there, we're gonna need to jump back down here. And then see, that's where we need to connect to. So now let's just get that just going down there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one up like that, one up like that, one up like that, last one up like that. So now what I'm going to do is hopefully with these, they're a bit bigger. Okay, so they need to actually be in the water. So let's just get rid of all of that. And all of this one. Alright, let's try this again. So I'm going to do that all the way across, just so we've got a bit of space. And then let's do that all the way across. Go to the water things, and let's see if we can get these in here. Can we do that?
That may indeed be water. Try submerging your arm. If it does not dissolve, that will narrow down the range of possibilities. Or you could just pipe it to a coal-powered generator and see what happens.
Just like that. So we've got these 4 here. I'm going to do another 4 behind it. But right now, let's get this coming down. So logistics, pipeline. Let's get that one to come a bit more like that. Yeah.
Fix-it pipelines can contain any fluid, including the water necessary for coal-powered generators. Note: water does not flow upwards by itself. While water extractors provide some lift, to truly defy gravity, consider the use of pipeline pumps.
Yes, so these pipeline pumps, they're probably going to need to go on here. So this, just like that. So one there, and one there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stick this one down here like that, and then let's do the Mark II. Let's pop that one here, because this one should connect to that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So all of them are connected. So this is currently doing 80 just from that. So now I just need to connect the last one over to there. Now that's ready to go off and out to wherever it needs to go. So let's get some of this done. So I know that this one here is going to go around to the back one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get these ones connected up. So logistics. Actually, let's do it a different way. Let's do this. So it goes down like that. And then let's do this all the way down to, yeah. And then connect that one straight up to there like that. And then we come back down, grab one of these. So it's in line like that, and then we just basically do this. This one here will probably do that, and then like that, connect that up to here, and then we get this one. And then we line it up like that, get the pipe, and then bosh, straight there. And now we've just got to finish these ones off. That one there, and that one there. So all these are connected up to the one line. Hopefully that'll be enough to go up, and then we'll probably may have to do another one up here depending on how much it can push it up. Now let's get this one around to here, because we need to build some more. Well, we don't have enough to make some, so yeah. So right now I think we're going to have to stick with this. Let's get this over here connected up to that. And then let's get let's go some height ones here. So I want to do one there to the highest. Gonna do an every. So now let's get the pipes out. Connect all these up. So now we've got this. Let's now get all these on. Just like that. So then that way when you're doing a normal pipe, it'll just go straight into there. So I'm just going to go around and get all these ones lined up. That's them more connected up. Now let's get the pipes and do that. So there's one thing that I completely forgot about, which is down here. I need to build it. Is Organization, storage. So these stuff will basically just help store water in it. So ideally I'd like to try and get these ones up the top. So what I'm going to do is, instead of these here, let's quickly make platform here. Let's make it a little bit bigger. Don't need to be too big, but the only issue I can see is when I build this, you got your in and out. So because I've got my out coming here, then you go into there. Might have to bring these two together and bring them around and ball them up into multiple different ones, and then out then can be split into two, but we'll have to see, because four of them trying to do all of these I don't think would work. But yeah, be back when I've made some of the frames. Right, so back up here, now let's get some of these going. So these doesn't really matter if they're in or out, because if you look at arrows, in here and out there, in there, out here. So these could be placed however we like. So what I'd like to start with is doing one here, 2, 3. Yes, so we could do 3 for now, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. And now I am going to do this. I'm just going to turn it like this, bring that along to about there, and then do the same to that. So all I'm going to do is that one, do that, turn that, and then what we need is that line. There we go. So then what I'm going to do is do this, bring that over to about there, and then I'm hoping this isn't going to affect the coal coming in, because if it is, then we're going to go up with it. So let's get this one connected. And then now we just need to do this up to that height. So I'm just going to bring all of this around to it. Do up to the height. And then bring it down about here. Bring this all the way across to about there. And just connect that one up with that one there. And then we do the T's. One there. And one there. And then we connect them up. Now, this is where I'd like to try and get this in here, which isn't going to work. that could work, but it won't, so we're gonna basically put let's just see how it goes first, because it might even be enough for this to just go up, and then I'll just stick one up here. So let's stick one up here like there, and then just connect it off this one here to that. So let's just start boosting it this way, and then let's just remove this and that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the T section in here. Right there. And then we let go like that. So yeah, I think now might be a good time to... Right, so let's just have a check down here. So these are all connected, except for this one here. Because I think the top it's not connected, so this is just an extension, so this can be teed up with the other stuff above. So at the minute it's only working on these four. So it's doing 120 millisquare per minute. I'm not 100% sure what it does, what that means, I mean. But let's go and just hope for the best then, shall we? Right, what looks like most of this is starting to stack. Yeah, so wish me luck. So we're currently doing 274. But if we have the max going, it's 408. So, do we have anything we could use to maybe just help boost it a little bit? Do we have... I'm sure I picked up I picked up a slug while I was out. So let's just get that made. So those first 6 had one in. Let's put one in this one. And then that gives us 405, so we're just underneath, but that should be fine. Because what I was also thinking, we had one of those pumps connected to the water. So if we disconnect that pump, we should be good. We should be underneath. So this is going to be fun. So I need to bring that to here. This is probably where it's going to go. Boom. It's ready. Oh no, we can't. So let's disconnect that one. Connect that one up to this line, and then that one to blow the place up right there. Are we good? We're good? We're good? 500 millipower is, in fact, fully maxed out. But these are running, so you can see they're spinning around there. The water is coming in. That's going. It's going. There we go. There we go. There we go. Sweet. that should be boosting that up there. So what I'm just going to quickly do is disconnect that, because that reduces the power that we got. So that's working really well. Now let's quickly go upstairs and check and see how well this is going. So that's coming out there. That is slowly filling this up. Yeah, so it's slightly going up and down. It's because it's trying to go up here. So it's trying to come out here. There, see. So that's trying to come. It should hopefully push it up here. Or are we going to need to add 2 pumps on that? It may take a little while for it to do what it needs to do. So that's filling up. Right, so it's trying to get up this bit here. See, now that's not getting anything. That's got a power to it. Okay, so we've got the flow rate's going up and down. So is it because it's struggling to come up and down this? So would it need a second one up here? Just about to see the coal right there start to come through. Okay, so this it's going, but the flow rate seems to be quite all over the place. So what I'm going to possibly try is connecting one of these here, and then let's get this connected up. Let's put that one there and then connect. So flow rates, right, so that seems to be pushing it now. This one is slowly trying to do it. You only see it's coming up, but no, this one needs to be removed. Now let's get so let's get another one of these here. So this should start pumping this up here, because that's what we need. We need it to push up flow, because you've got a hill here. The water won't just go up like a conveyor or anything. You're gonna have to have something to push it up to that level. So Right, so it's the flow's good up here. Flow's coming down to these machines. So we look like we're getting steady flow here now. So now all it is going to need now is just lovely coal that's coming down. So I'm just going to drop that one in there. So we'll let that run, because I don't want to start it and it's just like meh meh. So what I'm going to do is these are going to be connected. Oh, what's going on? 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 What's happened? What's happened? No, my precious power. So everything's trying to run at the same time now. So I think it might be best to just try and let this whole row of stuff just feed into it. Let's just get these all connected up. So that's 1 plus the 6. There we go. So everything's connected up now. Right, here we go. Are we ready? We have 1,230 milliwatts of power stored. So hopefully we can literally start expanding this, because this is gonna be crazy. So let's just leave this to run. Fingers crossed it runs smoothly, because let's just quickly check on this. Okay, so that's, so whatever's going in is getting pumped straight back out. This is where I think, so we're pushing in a lot, because it's splitting off into 3 different things. It's splitting it down. See, now it's already draining. The flow's freaking going down. Okay. So these are kind of going up and down. Whereas this one here is pretty stable. It's because it's going into there and coming straight back out. So let's see, that's already stacked up. Okay, so this probably will go up eventually, because all these machines need power in it. So like I said, we'll leave this for a little bit, just to let it start, just like, you know, like warming up and stuff like that. So there we go. So we officially now have that going, which will then be extended. These are flashing on and off is because they've not got the coal in there. It will eventually, don't worry. But when we go to look at this, so it's going up and then it will come back down. It's because it's using the coal, not using the coal, using the coal, not using the coal. So yeah. So the next thing, so this is what the base looks like. Now I want to redo it all, and I mean doing it all as in I'm gonna do a bay somewhere where I'm just going to put all of the storage stuff in, like everything into that one storage area, because the whole platform is going to be moved. The whole platform is going to be redone, because I got a drawing of like having this front area here just have like the hub, the shop, the crafting stations, and then the first wall will have on either side will have conveyors going in, and then behind it will be maybe the storage going into the smelter. Then out the smelter will be another storage, and then after that the conveyors will go out and then go into buildings on either side. So I'm hoping you guys can see this. So we got the shop here, the outdoor area, the storage conveyors coming into the sides, smelter, conveyors. I'm hoping at this point I could bring them out of the building into the sides here. So that's the elevator in the middle, assembly line. So that's what I'd like to do. That's like what I want to do. So I can make a start on removing all this, and then basically put it all into a storage system, which is probably not going to be good because organisation and that I can do, but it's going to require a lot of it. So what I want to have a look at is, don't want the blueprints just yet. I want to see if I can get this. So let's select that anyway. I'm going to go to the back where the steel stuff is, and then we're going to have a look and see how well these are doing, because we're going to need 400 reinforced plates, which I currently only have one by the looks of it. Sweet. So let's just have a look, see how well these are doing. Wow, a lot than I was expecting. So let's grab a stack of both of them. How are these? They're going quite good then. So if we can get the storage done, we can then basically upgrade all the storages. So they're running, their coal power's running. Yeah, I didn't even go back to see the reinforced plates. Let's just chuck them in there. Because what is it? I can't remember what else it is you unlock on it. Oh, okay, see, tier 3 conveyors. Okay, that's not bad. Not too bad at all, but it's going to require higher resources. This is why I want to try and get these things, this whole thing built. So we've got 36 of them. We only got 50 of them. So what did it take to make these? So plates and screws. Right. Let's get... I'm just going to grab all of that and whatever I can grab of this. And I'll be back when I've done all the plates, because we're going to need to do this eventually. So, yeah. See you guys in a sec. Right, that took me a pain stinking 5 to 10 minutes. I can't remember how long it took. But we now have the 400 reinforced plates. So let's get all of that in there. Get in.
Milestone
it goes.
reached. Improved storage containers and the conveyor belt Mark III provide the obviously necessary tools for improving your current setup. Production speed is of the essence after all. So work hard. Work as if every person you have ever or will ever love is depending solely on the choices that you make. Because they are. Warning. Fix-it psychologists recommend not dwelling on the crushing mental and physical strain of your responsibilities and simply continuing to be productive. Hard work has repeatedly proven to be the best cure for any kind of stress. Now back to work.
Okay. Bloody hell. So yeah, we have the storage room which takes 20 of the steel beams and the steel pipe, which is good. And then let's go to logistics. Now we have the Mark III, which requires 1 beam. So because we're already making these quite quickly, so it's making 4 to make 1, you make 15 every minute, which isn't bad, but because we've already got 2 processors going, so we've got a bunch of pipe there, we've got a bunch here, so we're getting there with that stuff. But don't forget, this stuff will be expanded more when we get the new facilities built. So we got the conveyors 3, we got conveyor 2, we got the stackable pipes, so these can be then be stacked on top of each other. I'm not sure how to work that out. So we've got that. We've got anything else? Do we get? No? Okay, that might have been just it then. Let me just go check on the hub, see what it was, because I might have missed something. But we'll check on the hub, see what it was. Maybe have a look at what the next one we could start looking towards. And then we're going to check on the ticket machine and then see what tickets we get, because we currently have 4 on us right now. So this was, yeah, so it's just those 4, so the storage, the conveyors, lift and the stackable support pipes. So the next one to maybe look at do would be the fix it blueprint. So let's just select that for now. I'm not going to worry about doing it just yet, because this will be almost the end of it. So we've got 2 tickets from all that. So let's just print that ticket off, because I did throw in some reinforced plates earlier on, which I probably should have just kept to use, but I thought because of it being a valuable part, it went from 780 to 1250, which is good, but yeah, that's not what we were going to be doing, so I'm not going to be using that stuff. So what I was actually looking at getting would be I think it was the walls, yeah, so it was this I was actually mainly after. So I'm gonna grab that because I know I'm gonna need that for when we do the structure building. So the walls, so we've got these, so let's just build a wall like this for now. I'm just going to do one there and one there, because I want to see how these turn out. So oh, so you actually place these down like that. Ah, okay. But with the logistics on this, we could do One there, one there, and then on the next floor we can do one there, and then like one off like that. Not like exactly like this how it will be on the side, but what I mean is we can use this sort of system on this first floor, and then the next floor will be the same above. This will be on the outside. It's just helped to bring in a little space and then go out. But then that just clipped me. Let's remove these. Let's do that, that, and that. Because I can do these. So the first, so we could walk underneath all of this, because we can do one out the height of this, like that, and then this one here could come out the top as well. See, I automatically just put it on the wall like that. That's cool. So yeah, I think with it we're gonna do it all at this height. Maybe can we do one under, it would work. So it would be like that, and then like that. So we could technically get 3 in one, or even more. We could probably stick one more in now. It just helps with, like, so for example, right, we've got the iron over there, that's going to come all the way over here to this side here, and it will come in, or it will come in from the other side, because one side will be like this, maybe more on there. So first floor is going to be the iron, so we can have iron in here, iron in there, and then the second floor is going to be copper in each side. It's only for the stuff that needs smelting. Anything that needs to be straight into constructors, so for example the concrete's going to have its own building facility just for concrete itself. So we're going to have 2 concrete miners coming in, and then they're just going to split out to maybe 3 or 4 each, so that basically we're getting this concrete as much as we can. So that's the idea. So I'm going to leave that there for now, just so we have the idea, inspiration of what we're going to do on the build. But off camera I might start dismantling all of this stuff. So we've got 1 ticket left. Anything for 1? Megalic. So let's just remove that one. And then we've got another ticket there for 2. Anything in here for 2? We've got wall ones, don't need the wall ones at the minute, which we'll do wall mounted. Let's grab that. There's street lights. See, there you go, indoor lights. So we just need 1 more ticket, we get indoor lights. That will be helpful. So right now I'm just going to buy that.
Where did you leave your lizard doggos? What's in this storage container? Where did you put the essential components needed to save humanity? Do you wish there was text to prevent you from constantly taking the wrong turn? Disguise your struggles to comprehend the complexity of your surroundings with signs.
Yeah, so this requires quartz and stuff, so we've got big sign like that, smaller signs, and then much smaller signs. So we could label all this stuff as stuff that's going in, or we can label the storages. So we could literally do a sign like that, stick it on there, write down ticket items or something like that. You know, we can get things labeled up and we could even do this as like a checklist thing. So at the minute I got a checklist on my desk to do this sort of stuff. So yeah, that will be it for this episode. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. No, I want up here. Get me up here. There we go. Right, so this will be like the first floor. So that stuff's going to go outside. Anything that's higher. The reason why I did it this high is so that we can clear all these high machines and stuff like that. That way we've got enough room for if we want any other pipes to go above. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy that episode, and yeah, if you enjoy it, smash that like button. If you want to see more, subscribe, and if you can think of any like cool ideas you reckon I should do, or like anything I should probably be a bit more focused on, stick down in the comments and I'll have a look and see if we can progress this for the future. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye bye.